Three receivers stacked on that far side. The corner backs off. Wants to throw. Throws downfield. Got a man down there. Catch is made all the way down to the 4-yard line. Wishbone, not quite. They put a man in motion off the far side. The handoff off the left side. Ball's on the ground. Blazers pick it up. At the 10, at the 5. Touchdown Valdosta State on the fumble return. And that's number 21 for the Blazers. Dominique Wheeler makes it 16-0. Blazers lead 31-6. 4:44 to go in the third quarter. Going to run it with Cedric up the middle, has a hold to 50, to 45, to 40, gets outside to 30, and to 20, 15, 10. They knock him out of bounds at about the 4-yard line. Cedric O'Neal with a big run.
The David Dean Show, your weekly look at Valdosta State University Blazer football. Here's your host, Dick Rocky, along with head coach David Dean, for a look at this week's Blazer football action.
Hello and welcome to the David Dean Show. I'm Dick Rocky with the head coach. Valdosta State extends its winning streak to 5 with a 37-6 victory over Shorter on a Thursday night up in Rome, Georgia. And Coach, beautiful country up in that area. Really neat to get up there and see something different than South Georgia, but most of all, the great football game for you guys.
Well, it was. That's a beautiful setting up there, and a nice stadium. Field was 2 years old, very good condition. They brought a good crowd up there. It was really an exciting night and a good opportunity to play a new school at another new venue.
And you know, you do this really well. You warn us fans and announcers and people, it was a better football team than I thought we were going to see, and they showed it right off of the bat in that football game. They took the opening kickoff and they flew down to about the 20.
Well, they're very good offensively, and they're very well coached, and they've got a lot of speed at their skill positions. You look at their offensive line, and they don't look very big, but what they do is they come off the ball and they stay on your legs, and it's very tough for a defense to have to defend, especially on a short week. I think the biggest thing that helped us was playing Edward Waters early in the year and kind of getting used to playing in that type of offense. But they are very good, and when they get their 36 allotment of scholarships, they're going to be very tough.
It was an interesting experience, and they ran the ball 54 times out of 76 total plays in the game. And that's your guys, again, when they got down to the 20 on that first drive, they stuffed them, I guess is the best word, on three straight downs. They missed a field goal. And then for most of the game, they were able to control them pretty well most of the time.
Well, early in that first drive, they were getting 4 or 5 yards on first down, and that's what that offense is made for, to be in second and short. And then later, as the game progressed, we were stopping them from doing that and putting them in third and long situations, and that offense cannot survive in that type of success. So for us, we turned that around, and it ended up being the difference in us being able to stop those guys.
And a big part of the game, your defense created 3 turnovers, 3 fumbles, one of them for a direct touchdown, another one, I think we got a touchdown out of one of them, and then I think only one we didn't get anything.
Well, I don't know. I heard that we scored on all 3 of them, but I don't know. It all runs together now. It's too early, but it was good for us to create those 3 turnovers. Offensively, we did not turn the football over. We did have one on the special teams when we blocked the punt and then touched it after it passed the line of scrimmage, and we got to correct that. But for the most part, I thought we played well offensively. Did not have very many snaps, which we knew that was going to happen going into the ball game.
All right, we'll take a break and be back with the first half highlights in just a moment.
Valdosta State University, encouraging
in-depth inquiry,
hands-on experience,
service and involvement,
and a global view,
while offering
a beautiful residential campus,
over 100 fields of study,
graduate and online degrees,
and championship athletics,
all in a warm and friendly community.
Get connected and involved.
Discover your opportunities.
Valdosta State University.
Coach, going into the game, Shorter wins the toss. They want the football right away, which probably didn't surprise you.
No, it didn't. I thought that if they won the toss, they'd take the ball. And last week when they played West Alabama, they held the ball for 12 minutes in the first quarter, and that's always a concern anytime you play that type of offense. And they put together a very nice drive, and fortunately for us, they missed the field goal to start the game.
All right, let's watch the first half highlights here. You see, there's the Blazer Walk. Had a good group of Valdosta State fans up there, and it's always good to see red and black in the stadium.
I was really surprised the number of folks that made the trip up there, especially on a Thursday night. We appreciate them all coming. we had a lot of folks back there behind us, and we appreciate them being there. And opening kickoff here, we give up a little bit too many yards on the kickoff. They start up there at the 30, and you'll see what they do is very methodical. A lot of people say it's boring football, but they do it very well. And they got good speed, as you can see with the running backs here. They do a great job of cutting us down on the perimeter and getting out. And this is a very good running back that they have here. Their fullback, they're number 5, and he's a tough runner, and he takes hits over and over and over. And it's a big play here on 3rd down by Tevin Davis, stopping the sweep and force him to a field goal. He doesn't hit it very well, and we end up taking over the ball on first play of the game here for us. We throw a little in cut there to Chris Anderson, makes a very nice catch. And then here's a big 3rd down throw to Gerald Ford. I thought Caden played an outstanding football game. Sean Reed told me at the end of the game he completed his first 10 passes of the night, which is very good to see him do that. And here's another good run. Cedric O'Neal had another solid night for us. We don't punch the ball in the end zone. We get stopped on a 3rd down and 2 and end up having to kick a field goal. And Daniel comes in and does a great job of knocking that through. And we wanted to get points on the board early and get a lead, and we were able to do that. And our defense came out, made a great stop, and then we come back underneath to our little shallow passing game. And you say they're loading the box up against us. They were going to take the run away from us. They did a good job of mixing up their blitzes and changing their fronts on us and trying to confuse us. Great throw right there to Reggie Lewis on a big play there on the wheel route, and then we sneak one in there and go up 10-0. And then this was a big play for us right here defensively. See, Justin Williams knocks the ball loose. Dominique Wheeler picks it up and runs it into the end zone. So we end up with a 17-0 lead in the first quarter right off the bat, which was that's a good cushion to have early on in the game, especially when you're playing an offensive football team that does not throw the ball very much. When they get behind, it's very tough for them to catch up. But I'll give those guys credit. They do a great job. They stay with what they do. They do it very well, and caused us some problems as the night went on. Good throw here to Reggie Lewis. That linebacker right there is one of the best ones we've seen all year long. He's a great football player. And this is a 3rd down play to Chris Anderson. I was really proud of the way that Chris played. He stepped in for Quinn Robertson, who was out with the neck injury, the stiff neck. He wasn't able to play, and I thought Chris came in and did an outstanding job stepping up and playing. And here's another fumble we pick up, and Ryan Smith picks it up, and the quarterback makes the tackle, doesn't let him get loose. And then there's Caden Cochran on our little quarterback play that he runs it down in there, and then we throw this to Reggie Lewis here, and we get a face mask call right there and push it on down a little bit farther. And then here's the good throw here to Gerald Ford for the touchdown. Caden does a great job of biding time and letting our wide receivers work and get open. So we roll it up to 24-0, and again, our defense comes out and does a good job of making a stop here. We're running to the football, and they're forced to punt the ball back to us. And good run here, great tackle there in the open field by those guys. And here's another good little 3rd down play. We throw the ball to Clifford Pettiford to get another 1st down, and then the quick screen out to Gerald Ford. And then here's a little screen pass that we threw. They do a good job of covering it, and he never was down here, and they ended up blowing the whistle, and all of a sudden he took off running again. So it's kind of a crazy play there. We end up having to punt at the end of that, and this is late in the half, and they're starting to throw a little bit, trying to get down to scoring range. I think their quarterback's an outstanding football player. He's from Thomas County Central. He's a great little operator in what they do, and got good speed. He throws the ball very well when they do ask him to throw the ball. And here's a big-time play there by Tyler Josie, stopping him on the bootleg. And we call timeout. We're going to try and get the ball back and go after the kick, and we block it. And then here's the mistake we make right there. Trocon Gay reaches down and touches the ball. Just a mental mistake by him, and we turn the ball back over to him, give them another opportunity. Great play right there by Ryan Smith. It doesn't let him throw the football. And then we make the stop here, and the clock runs out, and we end up taking a 24-0 lead into the half.
Blazers have a nice lead, and we'll be back with the second half in just a moment.
My name is Brandon White, outside linebacker from Atlanta, Georgia. You're watching the David Dean Show. Go Blazers.
Welcome back to the David Dean Show, and let's go ahead and jump right into the second half highlights here. The Blazers, a nice, comfortable lead. Coach, you start getting people, a lot of your starters out, and a lot of people got some big playing time last night.
We did. We had our starters in through the third quarter, and once we built up the 37-0 lead there, we started rolling our backup guys in the ball game. This was a little disappointing to me. We didn't get a very good kickoff return to start off with, and come out, we don't execute very well on this opening drive. And right here, Caden does a great job of scrambling and getting some positive yards. And then we throw a little hitch pass out there. We lose yardage trying to make something happen instead of staying there. Good third down throw right here to Gerald Ford. Moves the chains, but we end up not getting a first down after that. And Daniel Anderson has a great punt, pins them down there inside the 10. And we've got to stop them down in here, and there's our other turnover. There's our third turnover in the first play right there. We throw the ball, and Reggie Lewis makes a great move, gets wide open in the end zone to go up to a 31-0 lead. And then, again, you can see the speed that they have. They do what they do best, and they did a great job of coming and running the ball right back down at us, using the fullback, getting out onto the perimeter. And you'll see here in a minute they've got a running back that does an outstanding job of breaking some tackles right here and getting into the end zone. And for the second straight week, we blocked an extra point. That was good to see. We got in there and blocked that extra point. And we wanted our guys here to answer. Anytime that somebody scores on us, we feel like we need to answer, and that's exactly what we did. This second play here, see Cedric O'Neal breaks a long run, gets the ball down inside the 5-yard line, and he carries the ball on the next snap there for the zone play into the end zone, so we go back up. And, unfortunately, right there, Daniel Anderson missed the extra point. They've been coming close on those kicks, and I think he just had that in his mind and pushed it a little bit. And so we go up 37-6. And after this series right here, you'll see there's a lot of our backups on offense come in the ball game. Again, good run by those guys on the speed sweep that they have. They're back down into the red zone area. And again, our defense does an outstanding job in the red zone. There's the 4th down play right there that Lawrence Virgil makes the stop on the bootleg. And, we've got all of our backups in right now. We had a penalty there that backed us up, and we had a 3rd down and long situation, and very tough for us to get off of that. But we ended up punting the ball back to them, and again, you see they're still not throwing the ball. They're down 30 points or 31 points, and they're still going to do what they do best, and that's run the football, and it just takes so much time off the clock. You just don't get an opportunity offensively to get out there on the field. This is a 4th down play, and Ryan Smith has him right there, and he slips away. We do have great coverage down in there and stop them. A little run again right here by quarterback there, Graham Craig, and their linebacker makes an outstanding play. And again, I say he's a really, really good football player, one of the best linebackers we've faced all year long. And again, good job here. Got a lot of backups in now on our defensive front. And here's a great throw and catch right here. Chris Gaspari's in good position, just looks up a little bit late, and they make a long completion with their backup quarterback. And good to see this. Gaspari responds with the interception here right before the end of the game. Has a nice return. Takes a pretty good shot there on the sideline. That was about 4 seconds left at the end of that play, and we come out and take a knee and run the clock out.
What you love to do. Yeah. So a good win for the Blazers on the road, and we're going to go ahead and take our break and be back with the Gander Mountain scoreboard in just a moment.
My name is James Oliver. I'm a wide receiver. I'm from Jeff Davis County, and you're watching the David Dean Show. Go Blazers.
Welcome to the Gander Mountain Scoreboard, and Coach, it's not a scoreboard. We have one score I'll mention to you. Miles, the #1 team in the region, 49-13 over Stillman on Thursday night.
Well, they keep rolling, and it looks like they're going to hang on to that #1 spot. They do have a very tough game left with Tuskegee, and if they win that, then they'll play probably either Albany or Fort Valley for the SIAC championship.
And some games this coming weekend. We're doing this on a Thursday, obviously, but some big games this weekend. West Alabama at Delta State.
Well, we all know who we're pulling for there. We got to have some help with Delta State. That's going to be a heck of a football game. It'll be fun to follow that game throughout the day.
And Mars Hill, the #2 team in the region, has Tusculum for a game.
Yeah, Tusculum has struggled this year. I look for Mars Hill to probably pull that off and stay as the #2 seed.
You know, those are the games of main interest. Wingate and Renoir Ryan play each other. They're 8-7 in the region. Carson Newman, who's been playing really well lately, has a game against Brevard. They're #5 in the region, and they're pretty hot right now.
They are. They're playing well. They're kind of like us. They've gotten on a roll. I would find it hard to believe that they may jump us. Brevard does not have a very good schedule or a very good record, so our strength of schedule is probably going to keep us ahead of Carson Newman.
And then two more real quick. Newberry, the #9 team in the region, playing UNC Pembroke, and Fort Valley is at #6 playing Morehouse. So Albany State's still in the picture too. They're #10 in the region. So some interesting. It's going to be a fun weekend to watch it.
It is. There's a lot of parity. I mean, the #1 team has one loss. West Alabama has one Division II loss, and then a lot of them from there have 2 losses. So there's a lot of close-knit races right there. A lot of things can happen over the next 3 Saturdays.
All right, Coach. We'll be back in just a moment with the Langdale Honda Kia look ahead.
I got my MBA online at VSU. As a working mom who travels on business, I needed an MBA program that fit my schedule and allowed me to balance both my work and home life. VSU's Web MBA was perfect. I was able to spend time with my family in the evenings and then complete my assignments. My MBA is one of my greatest accomplishments. It was hard work, but I would do it again in a heartbeat. Don't wait. Start your MBA today.
Welcome back to the Langdale Honda Kia look ahead. And Coach, Texas A&M Kingsville coming to Valdosta. They come in 4-4. We played them one time before, and it's a game we'll always remember. Got us to our first national championship game in 2002.
2002. That was a heck of a football game. 2 physical football teams going at each other, and fortunately for us, we came away with a 20-12 victory.
They come from that Texas conference that we've already played one game with them, and they have them coming over to Valdosta. What do we know about those guys? Like I say, they're 4-4, having a pretty, just an average year, it seems.
Well, they've been defeated by some very good football teams. The only one that's complimentary to us is North Alabama. They lost to North Alabama in Kingsville 20-12. And, they play Angelo State this week, so we'll kind of compare it from that. But they've lost to a lot of good football teams. They're very athletic, just like all of those Texas schools are. They play good defense. And, it's going to be a good challenge for us. There's a lot on the line for the Valdosta State Blazers. We feel like if we win that, we're in the playoffs, and we just sit back for 1 week and find out what all is going to happen and how everything sorts out.
I guess it's sort of a normal week, even though it's going to be a Thursday night TV game again. It's a full week of preparation for you.
It is. It's a little bit different than last week. We're actually going to give our players Friday and Saturday off and then go back to work on Sunday. So we'll practice Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So we'll get our full allotment of practices in. Plenty of game time preparation. So playing on Thursday and then following with a Thursday really helps us from a coaching standpoint. From the players, it's a little bit different because we'll practice Sunday and Monday night, which they're not used to.
All right, Coach. I'm going to switch gears here just a minute and talk about Valdosta State basketball. If you're a season ticket holder, we encourage you to pick up your tickets by October the 31st. On November the 1st, if you're a past season ticket holder and you have not picked up those tickets, they will go on sale to the general public. So please get over there to the PE complex or call 333-5890 and tell them you want your tickets and you can get there. This week, basketball season opens both the men and women on November the 10th at the PE complex, and we've had some great crowds there the past few years, and don't want you to lose your season tickets, so go by and get them if you can this week. So for the head coach, David Dean, I'm Dick Rocky. Have a wonderful week.